Hi, welcome to Rise. You're in the right place. You're really in the right place today. Today we're in an amazing, beautiful place. I've been coming here since I was 17, and it gives me an opportunity to revisit life experiences, mental health challenges through the lifespan. I think, it's about 30 years I've been coming here. And what is amazing is the constancy of the ocean. I mean, it's always changing, but it's been here. It's been here for most of my life, and it's been a source of major peace and healing. And I hope you're getting that feeling by watching it. I think one of the most important things we need as we go through our lifespan, our changes, our crises, our highs, our hopes, is a role model. I was thinking, what is the one consistent thing that got me through some of the really difficult things that I've experienced in my life, in my career, in my relationships? And it was this idea that someone had been through it and had lived through it in a way and succeeded and moved beyond the crisis. While I think hope is a really amazing thing, like what does Emily Dickinson say? Hope is that thing with wings, right? That's a really beautiful metaphor. Hope is a wonderful thing, but it can be used against us during times when we are hoping for something to magically appear, when we're hoping for a relationship to work out, when we're hoping for this job to be the right thing. So hope, while in and of itself is a beautiful thing to think about, it's not always the right guidance. Sometimes we actually need to know that someone has been through it and can be a light for us. In the time span, in the journey, I've had a variety of, different people, mentors, inspirational people. One of the ways I find that inspiration is by reading great books. Like, I think they're great. Or, Still Life with Woodpecker by Tom Robbins is still a classic that helps me deal with some of the paradoxes and absurdities of life. Anna Karenina by Tolstoy is an incredible study of human nature and relationships. Every time I go back over that, I learn something. And then, The Road Less Traveled. Some of these books have been really moving for me and helped me get through some dark spaces. So here's the thing. I think some of these books can awaken something bigger than hope. They can reawaken our spirit. All right? Hold that thought for a minute. Not only did books help light the way to a peaceful existence, relationships did. And a consistent relationship with a teacher or a therapist or a parent or grandparent has really been critical and crucial. Peer groups are wonderful. Friends are the best thing. But when I meet with someone who's a little bit older, and maybe they're not older, but they're wiser, and their experience is something that means a lot to me, it has lifted me. So I'm going to encourage you, if you're in the process of looking for a therapist or reconnecting with parts of your family that you have like this calling to, try it out, because there's something about talking to people with more experience that can really lift us out of where we're stuck. Never underestimate how subtle and how profound an encounter with somebody with a lot of wisdom can be. Because these people are not going to tell you bullet points on how to live your life, but they're actually going to listen to you, and you'll have a place to put your feelings and have them reflected back to you, not necessarily in an angry, hysterical way, but in a way that brings you more to yourself. I think that's really ideal. And following more to that point, in my work as a psychiatrist, That's something, now that I'm so much older, that's something that I think is really important in the world. We have so many people who are influencing, who are writing books on AI about how to live, who are styling lives. And it only goes so far, and it ends up making a lot of people feel lonely on the journey and maybe even sad and anxious. One of the things I think is important to cultivate is this capacity for deep listening. I hope to offer people, when they come in, a place where they can just be heard, a place where they can actually experience themselves. And the key then is when you can experience yourself without feeling judged, without feeling like the person you're talking to is trying to fit you into a category, is just listening to you. And at the end of the experience has a little bit of feedback that isn't over dramatic, that isn't scary. It may be serious, but it's presented in a way that resonates with you. That's what can change the world. That type of relationship. That type of relationship helps us get through the lifespan. When we are heard and listened to, we can cross over some pretty rough times. If we are not actually helped to get back on the path of who we essentially are, if we latch onto a movement, or if we latch onto an influencer, if we latch onto something that's like really emotionally charged, yeah, you're gonna get some energy going. But the real journey is coming back inside of yourself, finding a guide, finding a way to come back into yourself, to listen to your own personal calling. Here's a third thing. Beautiful, inspiring places really help us come back to who we are. Help us to reacquaint ourselves to what's going on inside and our own unique experience. Oh, is it powerful and profound? You know, and I invite you guys to find a place in nature. I think it's nature, guys. I think it's nature. Maybe going to churches or certain architectural things can inspire us, but try nature. Try a healthy dose of nature in your life to uplift, to move you, to inspire you, and to actually help you reconnect to who you are. So I found this on the beach. You know, and I remember saying at the beginning of this video, hope is that thing with feathers. Let's let that thing with feathers, hope, awaken us to what's real and what's real inside of us. Not chasing the hope, but actually using hope to help us reconnect with our power, with our vulnerability, with our strong emotions. It's difficult. It's not always easy. It takes some time. You know, and sometimes it's really flat. But, you know, when you look at a flat ocean, there's a lot going on. Take your time to really relish who you are and participate in this journey. Never give up. In conclusion, today we are just so bombarded with ways to distract ourselves and people who are influencing ourselves and movements that are so full of energy and anger. I want to encourage you to just take a pause, take a minute, look at your lifespan, find out who you are and where you are on your journey, because it really, really matters. You matter. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear any comments that you may have about your personal journey. Thank you so much for watching, and we're out. Bye.